Hello there, good evening to you indeed, and many thanks for joining us on Rwanda Television News tonight. We do hope you had yourselves a great and productive day. And now here's a sneak peek to our edition. These are the headlines.
Rwanda and the United States are renewed the commitment to enhancing collaboration in joint development projects.
Tech experts appreciate the efforts the government of Rwanda has put into ICT advancement as it is helping young people discover their talents. Good evening to you, and thanks for keeping us company on Rwanda Television News. My name, as always, is Sam Kalisa.
And my Martina Evera.
You're doing great, Martina.
I'm very good. How are you doing?
Very, very good.
Ready to kick things off?
Yes, very ready.
All right, let us start by informing you that Rwanda and the United States have renewed the commitment to enhancing collaboration in joint development projects. This was reiterated during the discussions that brought together the President of the Senate of Rwanda, Dr. Kalinda François-Xavier, who met with the Ambassador of the United States of America in Rwanda. Adam Squizera has more on this report.
Those discussions were based on the promotion of bilateral cooperation between the government of Rwanda and the United States of America, as the deliberation on finding solutions to the regional security challenges. Dr. Kalinda François-Xavier, the President of the Senate of Rwanda, emphasizes the significance of the cooperation between the two countries. We reiterated particularly on the already existing bilateral relations between Rwanda and the United States of America, as we pointed out on various sectors that are linked to these relations in either economy, trade, health, tourism and others. We also appreciated the role of USA in finding the solution of the security tensions in this region. Ambassador Eric Nidler affirms that this cooperation has led to joint efforts in developing people, primarily through various collaborative projects between the two countries.
And we also touched on some of the opportunities that we both see going forward in terms of things that we can be doing more closely together, including a number of areas, economic related issues, commercial issues, and we also touched on the strength of the people-to-people ties between the United States and Rwanda.
The United States of America has already established cooperation with Rwanda, focusing on projects dedicated to various sectors, including health, education, economy and tourism. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
Thank you, Adams, for the report. And moving ahead to other matters, farmers across the city of Kigali and secondary cities appreciate the produce routing from working together in cooperatives, but urge institutions in charge to make a move on mismanagement of some of these particular cooperatives. We do have the details with Prince Manzi.
Josephine Nyirambanjeneza from Kicukiro district states that thanks to the cooperative of rice and maize cultivators she's in, she's able to reap 5 tons of rice and 2 tons of maize in a cultivation trimester. Same with other cultivators, they demonstrate that they are burdened by the mismanagement of some of the cooperatives and urge institutions in charge to make a move before things escalate. In the previous years, the issues we had, the institution in charge was not close to us.
We provided the basic fee, entering the cooperative, but they later say that this fee was used and no longer available for use. The committee is 5 people, but there is mismanagement.
In the continued Senate outreach, cultivators also demonstrated another issue related to the principles of the Rwanda Environment Management Authority that prohibits them from having modern facilities in the swamps, and most of the cooperatives is where they operate. Senator Letitia Nyinawamwiza, leading the delegation, reiterated that they will advocate for a solution to these issues.
With these issues, it requires that institutions in charge discuss on them and determine what to do for these farmers to prevent the damage of the produce.
The senators also, together with livestock farmers, analyzed the issue from the policy of the city of Kigali prohibiting livestock farming in the city. Especially Gasabo district residents demonstrate that the policy is not efficient, as 60% of the district is rural.
Thank you, Prince Manzi, for that report. Tech experts appreciate the effort Rwanda has put into ICT advancement as it is helping young people discover their talents, and others use the country as a proof of concept for their projects.
In April 2023, the cabinet approved the National Artificial Intelligence Policy. Some Rwandan youngsters from 12 years old dream of building artificial intelligence robotics to provide solutions to various emerging issues.
I would build a robot in my baby's room that detects if the baby is crying or not. It's what we're doing back there. Once the baby is crying, it would notify the mother or the father that, hello, your baby's crying, go and it needs attention and stuff like that.
Maybe what if I created a robot that I know, like a robot that maybe could help people learn how to decrease pollution, learn how to recycle, learn how to reduce and reuse, and also maybe with that idea, I could make something bigger which can improve like the whole world and not just Rwanda only.
The director of New Generation Academy, Vedaste Ruzirabwoba, says that these students were given the opportunity to visit major technology companies in the United States of America in order to increase their knowledge.
This last summer in July, we got an opportunity with the help of Mini ICT through GIZ. These students, some of them and the teachers, they went to America, in the USA, where they visited different headquarters, the headquarters of Tesla, Google, Microsoft, the Computer Museum. So the reason of giving this opportunity was to open their mind. And we saw the outcome, how these students who got that chance, they really now they have changed the mind, the way toward the problem. They want now to be the problem solvers and the creators. So I hope that as we continue with this program, we really have like the student or the employees who are qualified to fit for the next generation.
Of the 2,400 tech companies listed in 2022 on the African continent that focuses on artificial intelligence, 21 were from Rwanda. A study carried out by tech experts revealed that if Rwanda invested $76 million into the sector in a period of 5 years, the country would profit more than $500 million, equivalent to 6% of the country's gross domestic product. The country has established itself as a perfect proof of concept for those who wish to try new technologies.
The proof of concept is a policy, it's a governmental policy of making Rwanda like a test bed where new technologies, emerging technologies, innovators can come and try the solutions within the country, whereby we'll give them the conducive regulations, conducive environment, conducive laws and regulations that allows them really to harness the innovation and to test them on our comparatively not very big market in comparison to the whole Africa, but a very good market to try your products, to try your solutions, so that you can even have an idea of how to expand to the wider market of Africa and elsewhere. So, but again, as I was saying in Kinyarwanda a while ago, this is not an opportunity for only foreigners, but also even for our local innovators really to grab these opportunities that the government is putting there for them.
A report by the British Institute, Oxford Insights, among 93 countries worldwide, placed Rwanda at the top of other African countries that have established this policy. The report also ranked Rwanda third on the African continent in developing the technology sector after Mauritius and South Africa. To health matters now, medical professionals who care for terminally ill patients say that having specialized facilities to care for these people, commonly known as palliative care centers, is a sustainable solution that may provide needed help to these patients. The World Health Organization indicates that only 14% of patients in need of palliative care receive it. We do have the details with Olive Nete.
It is early morning at the palliative care center located in Kabuga. The atmosphere is ambient for both the patients and caretakers. In this center, there are patients of various ages, including children, adults, and old age people. They are suffering from various diseases, including cancers, stroke, chronic respiratory diseases, paralysis due to accidents, and other different diseases. Due to prolonged bed rest resulting from illnesses, there are also those who have bed sores that need special attention. Severe pain and difficulty in breathing are some of the symptoms of patients who need these services. Dr. Biramahire Joseph, a specialist in emergency medicine and critical care at Kibagabaga Hospital, explains more about palliative care.
It is a treatment provided to terminal ill patients, people with serious illnesses. This kind of approach needs multidisciplinary medical approaches so that they may help to improve the quality of life of patients and that of their families as well. Since they are also affected, for example, if you diagnose cancer in a person, it is bad news for both the patient and the family that will take care of them.
Some of the nurses who take care of the patients at this palliative care center in Kabuga describe how they help them and admit that it is a service that requires love and patience.
We help them by providing medicines to them and feed those who can't feed themselves, and we also talk to them so that they don't feel lonely, instead feel surrounded.
We help them to bath for those who are unable to do it for themselves. We feed them and we take care of them, ensuring their hygiene, to ensure that they look good. And even though there are some of them who do not speak and those who do not listen, we have signs that we use to communicate with them. Mukazaire Ernestine, a social worker at this center, says that one of the reasons behind the establishment of the center is that people with such conditions are not properly cared for when they are left in homes, and that sometimes some of them are abandoned by their families. In some of the homes, we found that they live badly. They don't see anyone who cares for them because sometimes their family members have to go to work to find a living for them and support both the person who is sick and themselves as well. And for that reason, sometimes they are left alone. And you find that the person is depressed and has no one to talk to. That is one of the challenges that suffers these people with chronic illnesses. Nyandwi Emmanuel has been hospitalized in Kibagabaga Hospital for 6 years. He had an accident that broke his spine and left him with permanent paralysis of the lower part of the body. He says that since the condition is incurable, the family left him alone, and now he lives with the support of the hospital.
Because of spending too much time in the hospital, people get tired and leave you alone. Due to that reason, charities help me to get food, and the social department of the hospital helps me with bills of medicines. Healthcare professionals and those who need palliative care services emphasizes on the need of increasing such facilities. There are many reasons. The first is that these centers can be close to the patients. The other is that people who are in these centers are in the same mood and know why they are there. It is easier to help them, for example, if they are in need of psychological help. It is easier to provide it to them. The other thing is that when people are together in the same situation, it helps them not to despair, and instead they get hope of living.
The Palliative Care Center of Kabuga was established in 2013, and it receives people who are unable to take care of themselves and vulnerable people who do not have families to take care of them. However, palliative care centers are still very few, yet those in need are many. According to the World Health Organization, 56.8 million people worldwide are in need of palliative care, yet only 14% of people who need it currently receives it. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Thank you, Olive, for that report. Now, commercial building tenants in Kigali say that they are threatened by the fact that they are required to pay rent in US dollars, something they say might cause them losses. The economic experts say that if this continues, it might contribute to the increased devaluation of the Rwandan currency.
Law number 48/2017 of 23rd of September 2017, governing the Central Bank of Rwanda, as amended to date, states that all monetary obligations or transactions entered into or made in the Republic of Rwanda are considered to be expressed and settled in Rwandan franc, unless otherwise provided by the laws or it is lawfully agreed upon between the parties. Any person who by any means illegally sells or exchanges the national or foreign currency commits an offense and is subject to sanctions. However, some renters in the city of Kigali complain that they are required to pay rent, considering the valuation of a US dollar. I came to downtown in 2017. That time, we were paying 300,000 Rwandan francs for a space room. But now, we pay around 800 to 900,000 Rwandan francs. This is because they value the rent in US dollars. When you complain, they tell you that the building was also constructed in US dollars. That hinders trade. We are asking that we pay in Rwandan franc. That would be much easier for us, but also at the same time, it means more value for our local currency. Economic experts express concern that if nothing is done, this might accelerate the depreciation of the local currency. The value of euros and dollars keeps on increasing. Asking people to pay in foreign currency has various effects. One, they are forced to pay different amounts of money at different times. The second effect is that you are forcing people to own dollars, yet they are inside the country. In normal cases, a dollar is only supposed to be needed when you are going outside the country. In the end, this will lead to high market prices because goods are being valued in US dollars, but also currency depreciation. Authorities in charge should put in efforts to help citizens. The central bank reiterates that non-licensed persons such as hotels, duty-free shops, casinos, travel or tourism companies, international schools, among others, that in their businesses regularly deal with non-residents, they are authorized to receive foreign currency under the conditions mentioned in the Directive on Transaction in Foreign Currency by non-licensed intermediaries.
And that's all from us here at RBS Rwanda Television News. On behalf of the entire news production as well as the technical team, many thanks for being with us. My name is Sam Kalisa.
And mine, Martina Avera.
And we'll say up until next time.
Stay safe.
And have a great evening.